With the release of Spider-Man No Way... God damn, how old is this shit? When did I write this? Whatever, we skipping over that. Hey, listen, I know this shit might be a little old, but they actually released 2 new suits for the original Spider-Man. So one suit will be worn this episode, and the other suit will be worn next episode. Whenever I put that shit out. Just keep going. We're continuing the City That Never Sleeps DLC. Today, we're covering episode 2, Turf Wars. If you haven't seen episode 1, The Heist, it's right here. It explains the build up for this video, so go ahead and watch it. Alright, we're gonna keep the intro nice and short, so without further ado, run it.
Until next time, as the final word with me, J. Jonah Jameson.
The DLC starts off with Yuri Watson, the detective, no Batman. I'm not going to even try to pronounce her name. Explaining the events of the heist. Go check it out here. Hammerhead has upped his notoriety, going from being in the shadows to waging full-scale war against the other Dons, out in the open thanks to Sable Tech that he had obtained. But thanks to the other Dons, Hammerhead gets pinned down. Yuri decides to send in a small group to capture him. The game then transitions over to the moment right before they put the plan into action.
Spidey, check it out.
Nice. That's not regulation, Lieutenant.
Sorry, Captain. Birthday present from the kid. Not every day you run ops with the man, you know?
I'll let it slide. This time. Now get back on the ready line.
Yes, ma'am.
Ain't this thing of Spider-Man considered a vigilante still? Which would make him a criminal? But let's overlook that. And get on to another topic. Does he get money for companies using his likeness without his consent? Just a question I have. I don't know. Spider-Man deals with the goons outside, and afterwards, ventures into the building since he couldn't get into contact with Yuri or her group.
That's the problem with you new cops. No respect.
Yeah, Yuri and her men get captured, and Yuri was the only one to walk out of the building alive, besides Peter. I know this scene is supposed to make us feel bad since we, the audience, knows that this man, Lieutenant Drake, made mention that his child gave him the watch as a present. But if I'm gonna be real, part of me was thinking,
hey, yo, hey, niggas get shot every day, B. You be aight, nigga. You tough, right?
Leaving, Peter goes on to see if he can get some information from some thugs at the bar, while Yuri informs the men's family of their deaths. Using his spider drone, Peter listens in to the conversations and finds out that all the Dons are being held together, and that Hammerhead is going to take them all down all at once. And after first eavesdropping and snooping around, Peter finds the location. Oh, and some of Hammerhead's hideout, which are side activities.
With them damn
Dons are hiding in the Auerbach Theater. I need to reach them before Hammerhead does. Nice work, Spider-Bot. Now hide and I'll come back for you later. With several bottles of bleach. Hey MJ, it's Pete.
Yeah, I have your number.
With this knowledge in hand, Peter rushes over to a backup call regarding a witness willing to stand up against Hammerhead. Another side activity where you take out snipers and protect the convoy. We're gonna skip this. Yuri calls Peter, and he updates her on what is happening, promising to take care of things so she can relax/recuperate. Arriving just as Hammerhead's men attack.
We're safe. Great.
Oh, sorry, fella.
Peter gets to handling the goons. You know, I always felt weird about this episode, and I think I know why. The increase of shit happening is increased severely. Like, in the beginning of the episode, you fight rather simple enemies, you know. Niggas with bats, niggas with guns, niggas with shields, niggas with missiles, niggas with laser batons, niggas with laser guns, niggas with mini laser guns, niggas with a hover jetpack that has a shield. It's like, what is happening? It's like they have a variation of enemies, but not really. Like, it just don't feel right. It just don't sit right in my soul. I don't think I could explain it any better. Once done outside, Peter ventures inside and finds out that the Dons have already been kidnapped.
Right. Because of the digging tank things. Obviously.
Peter reports what happened, and Yuri is upset. You know, because Peter gave his word. He hangs up and comes up with a plan. While that is happening, Screwball pops up once again. Oh, and also Malo calls. They talk about how his training is coming along, yada yada. Dealing with Screwball, Yuri contacts Peter and tells him the plan, which is to take the rest of Sable's gear that they had and to relocate it so that the Hammerhead and his goons wouldn't be able to get them. Oh, and also to draw out some of his men to take them down. Peter then goes as backup, which is good since the transports are attacked and almost stolen thanks to a mole on the fort. The plan seemed to be going well until it wasn't going well.
Yuri, good timing.
Hammerhead was keeping you away and we fell for it. Get back, now!
Yuri! No, no!
Prep the first responders. Make sure the ER is clear and knows we're bringing in. Knows what we're bringing in.
This was all a setup. Distracting me from Hammerhead's real target. I need to get to Yuri.
Yeah, Hammerhead, he kind of blew that motherfucker up and was murking Yuri's men like they were younglings. Like, who called an Anakin right now? All to steal Sable's equipment, codenamed Project Olympic. Olympics? Olympic. I think it's called Olympic. Whatever, I don't care. Something that has been mentioned vaguely and in brief moments, both within the last episode and also in this one.
Where are you going?
To teach a lesson in fear.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Deep breath.
You can move, or I can arrest you.
Yuri, we need to work together.
You need to stay the hell out of my way.
This could not possibly end well.
After leaving, Yuri then attacks the bar that Peter had gone to before to get information. Basically, Yuri was on her Punisher, Jason Todd type shit, and murked a lot of niggas whether they were involved or not. Everybody catching strays. While looking around, Peter intercepts a phone call that nudges him to go looking for a person named Vinny, who works for Hammerhead, who is now prepping for something. Finding him, he follows him to the docks, and while there, eavesdrops on a bunch of conversations and learns the location of where everything is happening.
Hey, on 34th. Got it. Jeez.
Construction site by 34th. That's Hudson Yards. That's it. Hammerhead's planning something for the Dons tonight at Hudson Yards.
While on his way to the construction yard, Malice calls saying he was in the hospital since he jumped off a bridge. Oh, he was on that.
I'll be dead by dawn. I'll be dead by dawn. I'll be right. I really don't like. I'll be right. I'll be right. I really don't like. I'll be right.
Time. No, he was testing out his powers. Arriving, Peter finds out what Hammerhead had in mind for the Dons.
What is that? Remember when honor and loyalty weren't just words? When the Maggia were feared and respected? Tonight, the good old days are coming back.
Hey, I didn't know he was a Trump supporter. Power to him. With this section, you have to make sure that the mixer stays off. But a question I had was, why didn't Peter just move the mixer or tip it over and spill it going away from the Dons? Like, we know the nigga is strong enough. Like, we've seen this nigga fucking pull a damn train through the underground to on top of the street. It's like, we've seen him do some pretty strong shit. Like, are we just tweaking? Or maybe I'm just overthinking. Saving the Dons, Peter then goes and dukes it out with Hammerhead, who is in a mech suit, which is Project Olympus.
I'm long-term.
Your parts warranty may be long-term, but you're nuts.
Nah. I'm just a guy who knows a thing or two about PR.
Puerto Rico.
The city don't take the Maggia seriously no more.
Puerto Rico?
Don't respect us. But after they see me break you in half, all that's gonna change. Time to bring back the glory days.
They fight, Peter wins, but before he could be arrested.
Pal, You weren't listening when I said long term. Old school Majia's got patience. Knows how to wait till just the right moment.
Yuri! What are you... No! Yuri! Don't...
Yuri comes in and almost kills Hammerhead, but is stopped by Peter right at the last moment. After the credits, but before the episode could end, we were shown one of Hammerhead's henchmen knocking out EMT and bringing him back.
Who says he's dead? Boss.
Ooh, the nigga's teeth. Speaking about teeth, this video is sponsored by Bite. No, it's not. I'm lying. This shit ain't sponsored, but you know what I mean. He needs to get something from the teeth. Go to the dentist, something. It's like, you know, when he take a bite of a sandwich, he be leaving like a little piece of the sandwich still there. You know, where he couldn't bite it at. Alright, that's episode 2, Turf Wars. In my honest opinion, this shit was weak. At least out of all 3 of them. Mainly due to the fact that I'm really not feeling this villain as the main baddie. Who the fuck asked for Hammerhead to be the big baddie? Like, I understand it makes more sense as to how and why he has so many underlings, but he doesn't give off that main villain vibe, you feel me? I mean, he does work well enough to keep the story moving, so I can't be mad, but he doesn't feel like there should be even a problem for him. Anyways, the last episode, Silver Lining, is up next. As in, when I get to it, because I make no promises. And until next time, the galaxy needs me. Farewell.